everyone, welcome back to Easy Maths with S.EBRAHIM. Okay, so today we're going to be doing group data, and in the previous video, number 8, we did calculation of the mean with the calculator. Okay, so today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to calculate the mean, which is your average data, without a calculator. Okay, so the first information that you need to know is we have a group of students in a class, 24, okay, and the marks are given in an interval form, okay. So I want you to visually see what it means, group data. So the intervals between 0 and 10, there is one student, right? So we don't know the actual mark of the student. And between 10 and 20, okay, there are 2 students. So I've circled 2 there, and it's range between 10 and 20. We don't know again what the actual mark is. So this will be given to you. You'll be given an interval, you'll be given the frequency, okay. Now, in order for you to do this manually, you'll have to go and fill in 2 columns, right? So this column here is the midpoint column, and this one here is your frequency times your midpoint. Okay, so we'll get to that part. Let's just first understand the midpoint. How are we going to create the midpoint? Now, if we don't know what the score is of the students, which will be the most accurate, right? So which will be the most accurate mark to take in? So the most accurate will obviously be the center. Okay, so over here I have between 10 and 0. So it'll be 0 plus 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Okay, the next one, between 10 and 20, the most accurate, so we take the midpoint. So it's 20 plus 10 divided by 2, which gives me 15. And I've done the rest here. So 30 plus 20 divided by 2, 25. And 40 plus 30, 70 divided by 2 is 35. And 50 plus 40, 90 divided by 2 is 45. And 60 to 50, that gives you 55. And 70 to 60, that gives you a midpoint of 95. Okay, so now that you have your midpoint, okay, the next is we're going to take the frequency, okay, so the number of pupils times the midpoint. So in the first interval, right, there's one pupil that had a mark between 0 and 5. So you're going to take the 1 and multiply it to your midpoint. So it's 1 times 5, which gives you a 5. Okay, then the next one, we will take 2 times 15, which gives you 30, and 1 times 25 gives you 25, and you're going to continue the 6 times 35, 2 10, 4 times 45, 180, 5 times 55, 275, and 5 times 95, which gives us 475. Okay, so the reason why we did this here, it's because it helps us to find to substitute into our formula. Okay, so what I need is the mean, which is your average of your data. We're trying to find this class performance via in a group data, right? So we take the sum, okay? So this is the sum, right, of your frequency, right, times your midpoint divided by the sum of your frequency. Okay, so if I add my frequency all here, 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5, it gives me a total of 24. Okay, so that means there's 24 pupils in that class. Okay, total of my frequency. And if I add all the frequency times the midpoint, so if I add this full column here, so 5 plus 30 plus 25 plus 210 plus 180 plus 275 plus 475 will give me a sum of 1,200. Okay, please, you can use your calculator to double check with me. Okay, so now I'm going to substitute it into my equation. So it's the sum of the frequency times the midpoint, which is 1,200, divided by 24, and use your calculator. It should give you an answer of 50. Okay, so this class average is a 50%.